I went to Walmart today and I picked up, so now I need to organize them. And I'm so excited because I want to do really full planting, like extensive planting. So it means you plant everything really close together at different levels. So I have my coneflowers really tall. Under it I planted lettuces, and next to it there's some flowers or onions. And so what I want to do right now is I want to move stuff around so that I can have levels to it, so that I could the goal is to have so many plantings that you can't see any bare ground, any bare soil. So that's why I got all of these. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move everything around in the beds so that the way that the sun hits it, everything gets sun. So we're gonna cross our fingers that it works, but I don't know. So I'm gonna take you guys on a garden tour of what my garden looks like in the month of June before I start moving stuff around. And I'm gonna get some bug spray because I just had a mosquito bite me on my leg. Hey? Bucket of water. This is still a little too much water, but these are scary because they're prickly. Not scary, but right now in the month of May, no, this is beginning of June. Hostas are starting to bloom. This is the planting I have by my house. It's a mixture of hostas and like monkey grass and some ferns. I like to let stuff grow out here. This is an impatient, you see? This is my hand. Ferns. This fern, I don't have this pot. I need to put that in a pot. I'm not sure if this is a weed or not, but this is Solomon seal that I just put in this fall. We got my irises. My husband uses this as storage. So the goal would be someday to have this be a driveway. And right now, you know, we do work around the house. It's still work in progress. We got this colocasia that I actually need to separate for the lady that helps me. Got these cannas that Gail gave me across the street. These are the ones that I'm going to separate for Angeles. These are grapes. All new grow. Oh, look at that ladybug. These are my grapes. I pruned them this year for the first time because I learned how to do it, and so far, so good. Look. So much, but turns out Japanese beetles love these. So, I don't know. I can't find any, but that's definitely Japanese beetle damage. I also have this hill where I planted under Turns out it's a persimmon, a wild persimmon tree. So back in the fall, I transplanted the Shasta daisies, and as you can see, I get a lot of sun and water on this side, but this side right here, it's really small and lacking. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but we got to figure it out for next year. See, they've fallen out, but they're still growing. And then these my friend gave me, but I'm gonna have to move them out of here because they get swallowed up by the daisies. Just so that you could get a reference for how big they are. This is me standing next to them, and they're up to my shoulder. Well, they're not tall really because I'm short, but you know what I mean. I have this bag where I transplanted this calendula. I have some potatoes growing out over this way, and I put in this banana tree that my compadres gave me last week, so we'll see how that goes. Got cucumbers all down this row. I want to separate them, but I'll just let this be the first crop, and then, you know, I'll do succession planting. I put a couple cantaloupes and watermelons here. That's actually what's sprouting. I put actually some bush bean seeds today. I have this fabric that I left out here. I try to cover my strawberries, but the slugs are still getting to them. Fig, it's getting new leaves, new growth, more than it ever has. I'm gonna switch over this jalapeno and this calendula because look how much sun it would be getting up here in the front. So I'm gonna definitely make the switch out there and then watering right now. And I wanted to get out here and water this sunflower because look at it, it's so droopy. I moved her yesterday. They were all bunched up in this bed over here, but I heard that sunflowers like to take a lot of nutrients from the soil around them, so I figured why not spread them out. Another thing is that it's to prevent pests from happening, because if you put everything in different areas, if the pests get to one crop, you still have, like, depending on how many crops you put out, you still have plenty of more before they get there, you know, time to figure it out. Then I've got this passion fruit that my friend Sandy gave me a cutting of, and it's starting to have new growth. I'm going to put in loofahs soon. My daughter and me made some strawberry colored rocks to, you know, trick the birds and whatever other creatures want to be coming in. Got the sunflowers, basil down here, planted with the tomatoes. I got another pepper plant here and a pepper plant here, but these are fine because look at how much sun they're getting. I think this is zucchini, and I planted some thyme just to have some time to repel. I planted a lot of other stuff in the beds today too. I just don't remember where. I kind of just threw them in, to be honest with you. The first yarrow of this year that I planted a couple years back out of seed, being chewed out by the oregano around it. This lily I got for Mother's Day. There's a rose bush in here somewhere, but it got beaten out by the weeds. These are raspberries. No, blackberries. Oh, you see all these little... See, they come back. Let's come out here in late evening and put them all away. But these are all the blackberries. I got my dahlia I'm waiting on. On this baby. So crazy. I can't find it until it starts blooming. I need to move her too. These are my dahlias that I transplanted recently that, you know, we're crossing our fingers for. See, it's kind of sad, but they'll make it. That one too. Gotta be careful with this thyme over there because there's like a wasp that lives there. More of my yarrow. More dahlias. I have a bunch of zinnias, cornflowers, gladiola. It's the August flower. Cosmos and patience. You see the two cosmos? I don't even want to cut these. We got peonies, cosmos, celosia. I recently cut them back so they could grow back fuller. Spirulia, my spirulia. I moved right here recently too. And baby pumpkin, baby watermelons that I just brought here. Oh, I planted a couple cantaloupes under these. I don't even remember where. I like to just experiment. But I planted them to see if they start growing, and if they do, awesome. We got this one that my neighbor gave me last year. She's pruning it now. Oxalis. Something in front of my house. I've got, I forgot what the name of it is. Got penis palette, ferns. My husband gave me these pink palette. Strawberry saxifraga, it's all seared around the edges. Water that one a little bit too. Viburnum I bought a couple years ago. Olive tree, making good tea olive tree. Hydrangea cutting my friend Sandy gave me. These little, my ginkgos back there.